everybody. Welcome on in to Happy Wednesday, Kentucky Fried Dice. Celestial, thank you so much for that resubscription. 19 months. That's long enough to have 2 children, I think.
Ew.
I mean, maybe not really, but like whatever. Anyway,
Right.
that's not a good start to stream. Let's be real. Happy Wednesday. I know. Halfway through the week. We are. I don't know. It's fine. Everything's great. Everything's fine. Yeah. We're gonna have 0 babies, chili pie. That's what we're going for. Yeah. So thanks for hanging out with us last night as we made a cult, which was super cool. We got lots of cult members and we did cult things, and it was a lot of fun. So thank you all for hanging out and doing that. I really needed it and I really appreciate it. Yeah, I think that's what I got. So tonight we're gonna have a voice of authority and reason and medicine give us our happy news.
All right, and I will apologize because that voice of authority is not here. It's just me. The happy news that I wanted to share with everybody is that today, if you have heard of the news on the radio or the television, you may have heard that the FDA, for Food and Drug Administration, authorized Pfizer and Moderna's updated COVID booster shots. A Coover is when you combine a COVID booster, just for future reference. And those shots will cover that new Omicron variant, BA.5. So CDC still needs to sign off on that, but that should be available this fall with the goal of averting another COVID spike by Christmas. I
think that's worth an air horn for sure. And when you're showing the FBI news, I'm like, oh, I like this news too. With somebody hopefully getting indicted and or arrested soon, who has ruined my first name. Asshole.
Oh, your name was ruined a long time ago when a duck adopted it.
I would much rather be known as a duck than an orange piece of shit. So
I'm known as a duck and it's overrated.
I'll take it. Duck of justice. Oh, don't worry, Duck of justice.
I don't know. Patients call me a quack all the time.
Loving it. No. Just loving it. Yeah, okay. So with that, I don't know if anyone else has any happy news I want to give personally. Yeah. I think let's hop into the recap, or waddle as it might be, or swim. I don't know.
This guy.
Right. And we'll get some D&D. So take it away.
I'll be reading the recap tonight, and okay, here goes. As you may recall, at the beginning of last episode, Kentuckian had uttered the most vulgar of terms. Everyone within earshot turned sharply towards Ken with shock. When the guards came over, they told them the truth, that Ken had shouted it because it sounded like a Yuan-Ti language, that he didn't know what it could mean, and that he didn't want to forget it, so he just shouted it. The guards requested that he go see the elder. While they were free to just leave in peace, they opted to see the elder and find out what Ken had just shouted. Elder Sulis explained that the term Shama'ukax was a gift from Danya, a powerful artifact that brings out the true nature of her followers. They hid it away, worried that it would fall into the wrong hands. Satisfied the party's intentions were aligned with theirs, the elder told them about the locked door underground, the challenge inside, and the key that was scattered. Chime pulled one of the large crystals out from her bag, and the elder was surprised to see it, impressed even, you may say, that they had already had one. And then 2, a red and a blue one. He gave them his yellow gem key, but couldn't help much to find where the others could be, because not knowing where they were was helping keep them safe. But the myth is that a worthy devotee might get guidance if they visit the door. Lastly, they learned that Kalakisu will try to hunt them, and that her lair was deeper in the woods. The elder ignored Ken's request for advice on how to woo the ancient dragon and then granted them an escort to help them survive the trek back towards the door in the cave by Greystone. While Chime and Khan went to prepare for their departure, Ken watched over James while he tried to communicate with Dunya. He was able to connect with Dunya and to learn that it is possible to seal the tomb relatively permanently, and that the ancient dragon blood may be a way to accomplish that. Then, while trying to learn more about the keys, Dunya told James that there are those that seek and those that have found, and that one of the seekers has been close to us the whole time. Her advice on looking for the keys was, quote, "The best place to start is where it ends." Lastly, she left James with the advice to not allow Ken to attempt to seduce the dragon. The party thought that Mostep may be a seeker and may have already found one. They also decided it's possible Dragonbane was also searching for them. Ixusa left with them at midday. They traveled without interruption, slept through the night, and set off again in the morning. Ixusa seemed on the edge and indicated that some of the drakes were closing in, so they decided to pick up the pace for a bit and get some distance behind them. It wasn't enough, though, and they turned to face them head-on. They took out 3 drakes, but one was able to escape. They kept that pace and were able to make it to the cavern before nightfall. And since no one was able to detect or see anything that gave them caution, they proceeded on. The place was somewhat clean, and the torches were still lit, oddly. They readied their weapons and went around the corner. And now that they just came from Uta, the designs of the door clearly appeared to be the same imagery as the people of the Serpent Folk. In front of the door were some baskets, the same baskets that Susanna kept finding. And next to that was a small bag with a note that started in a familiar handwriting. "Dear friends."
That was amazing, except for you kind of got the "dear friends." Just a little different, but good.
Artistic liberty.
Of course. Well deserved. Thank you, Hamed, for reading out the recap. Thank you, Ryan, for contributing to our Colts Totem from last night's stream. I don't think that'll work, but appreciate it. All right. And contributing to the Jilly Pie Driving Academy. Thank you, Me Handlebars. And also contributing to the Totem, which we're not playing tonight. Cool. Cool. You're helping. You're so much help. All right. So the note is as follows. "Dear friends, I just knew you'd come back this way. So much has happened since we parted ways. I can't begin to tell you how much I miss you. I think of you nearly every day. Just the sparkle that you bring to the world is fantastic. I'm sure you've been just doing the grandest of adventures, and I can't wait to hear all about it from you. Shmebby and I have decided to..."
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Who's reading this?
You know who's reading this.
Will they be our friends?
No. Which of our group is reading this at this moment?
You picked it up.
Me.
I think.
Oh God.
Shmebby and I have decided to return here and investigate the door. For a long time, Shmebby had a theory that it was going to be an access point to the plane of dreams. I think that's where my parents are, and I long to see them and investigate what happened to their murder. But alas, this is not an entry to the plane of dreams. I figure at some point, this will totally help you all, and no one else is going to come in this hole, so I felt it was safe to leave you the gems that we have already found. You should only be 2 short at this point, and I have on good authority that both are in brownstone. I miss you all so much. I wish we were still together, but, well, I think we know how to get to the Plane of Dreams, and Shmebby and I are headed far north. And, well, whenever we catch up, we can exchange tales and just have the best time. I hope everything is well, and keep smiling, and always make new friends. Love, Tam.
No! Oh!
I'll be honest, that was kind of adorable.
Oh!
Hey, don't rip that or burn it. Save it. I'm gonna save
I
that.
wasn't gonna!
Okay. All right.
Gosh, what do you think I am, a monster?
No. Just save it.
The way you said no multiple times suggests you meant yes.
Can we move on, please?
Sure, you're in a good moment.
I'm not willing to duck a question, but let's get this party going.
It's your last one.
You used it so early too. Oh, I only knew I had just one.
That was your 3rd, I think. You're on fire tonight. You got plenty. If it's worth it, it's worth it.
We'll see what happens. Continue, Amos.
Yeah, so you read the note, and inside the bag are, as Tam described, it looks like a total of 4, bringing your grand total to 6. So 6 of the 8 gemstones can potentially be filled.
What colors are they?
So you have a red and a blue. There, and then I think you also had a
Yellow.
yellow.
We got a yellow from the elder.
Yep. So there is a vibrant, bright green that is seemingly kind of. It seems like it's so bright that if you were to have it in the dark, it would likely still emit a little light. But when you see it in the bag, it doesn't. So it's just like this. It just unnaturally bright green. And then 2 of them that are kind of a purplish color, one being a kind of a light purple, and the other being a deep, almost like a royal purple color.
I expected a brown one to be in brownstone.
I don't think there's gonna be a brown one.
Oh. All right. Now what do we do?
Brown is just dark orange,
Or green plus red.
which is again orange.
Green and
It's just dark orange.
green and red is actually. You know what? I don't think Chime would know this.
Chime doesn't have a color wheel handy.
No, Chime is not color handy.
Chime
I,
only
as an
has 2
artist-
types of colored photoreceptors in her eyes.
Don't know about that one.
Oh, okay.
But I know
Got
me
to
as
have
an
rods
artist-
and cones.
Me as an artist, I know if you mix a primary color with a non-primary color, it's gonna give you brown. It's brown. Red and green is brown.
Chat,
So you want to talk about a little more color theory?
do y'all want to
Sure,
chime
I'd
in
love
on
to.
this?
All right.
Can
So
we please move on?
Why is puce everywhere?
I don't fucking know.
Oh.
That's design theory, not color theory.
Well, puce is a gross color.
Okay. Doesn't
Is
mean
that-
I know why
is that-
people are choosing it.
It's that purplish, brownish, taupish, gross color.
Like
Thanks,
Mo?
Jam Cal. Glad
Mo?
someone picked up on that.
Thank you, Jam.
If we're gonna get into this, I'm gonna question why, the early '90s San Antonio Spurs logo, everyone away, it had fuchsia and magenta. It's the coolest logo of all time. Anyway, what are y'all doing with the information you have now?
Ken tries to open those doors again with his hands.
Well, we have to put the gems in, right?
He doesn't care.
Okay.
Okay.
Ken can work with all of his might. No matter how hard you push, no matter if you get your teammates to cooperate.
And he won't.
The doors also. Hi, Jam Cal. Thank you for joining us tonight. No matter how hard you push, no matter what you do, push, pull, try to pry them open with your duck-like hands. These doors are immobile.
I think it's locked.
He turns around and says, "I think it's locked."
Feel better.
No shit, Sherlock.
Sherlock.
Well, I guess this means we're going back to the one place that we've actually run away from.
Well,
Should we put the gems in where they belong?
And let somebody steal them?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Finally.
I mean, this is awesome, and I don't expect any more. But I'm gonna try and sit in front of this door and do what the elders said to do, and see if I can't get any more information. I don't expect any, but I'm gonna try.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I like to guard the entrance of the cave and ready in action.
Okay. Just be ready to attack if something comes on in.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Karn, Chime, what are y'all doing in this moment?
I'm gonna sit down next to James and just kind of look at the door.
Okay.
I'm going to be standing nearby James, but just kind of keeping an eye out, just making sure that nothing sneaks up on us.
Sure. Okay. The information that there's no words, there's no sign that you can feel coming from Dunya, even though you are like meditating and focusing. And for a little while, it's kind of like a ton of distractions and noise as the party is kind of discussing what they're doing, and like, you know, Chime's just sitting next to you, and you can kind of feel
And she's eating a
Karn's
really messy Big Mac.
you can feel
She
Karn's.
embarrassed herself on
Fine.
screen. You know,
It's fine.
Normal.
We're all friends here. It's all good.
Hey guys,
So-
can you go guard the hall?
No.
Sorry. Let me go and finish first, real quick, because it's a setup. It's a descriptive setup. So you can feel like Karn close to you, not like awkwardly close, but you can feel his presence. And I think after a few minutes, Ken is probably pacing a little bit, like ready in the action, like ready to attack, kind of maybe a little on edge, expecting the worst, because I think at this point you're likely constantly expecting the worst, because the worst has constantly happened to you. And as you're meditating and you use what training you've had and what information you've had to kind of breathe in and breathe out and close your eyes, and you start to focus inwardly. And most of the noise and most of the presence slowly fades away, and the distractions seem gone for just a second. And you have a fleeting image of a Kenku dressed as elegantly as any creature has ever dressed in their life.
A familiar looking. Sorry.
Very familiar looking Kenku. And that image, it's fleeting. It's just in your mind's eye for a brief moment. And then a second image. But it's Karn. That's after that image again. It's fleeting. It's in your mind for just a second, and you're pretty sure it's Karn. It looks like Karn. Maybe a little bit older. Maybe a little bit rougher. Maybe has been through some stuff, but it looks like Karn. So, and with that, the fleeting images kind of fall away, and slowly the distractions slowly come back as the pacing of web feet on solid stone behind you. The first thing you hear, kind of the clapping as it echoes throughout this large chamber, and then you feel Karn's presence next to you. Again, not awkwardly close, but just you realize he's behind you, kind of standing, and then you hear Chime. Maybe he's just breathing, just looking at the door, and just not like a loud breathing, but you become aware that Chime is next to you, and that breath and the moment your clarity, your focus, it's lost. But those images, the fleeting images you had, remain.
Okay, I got some more info.
What did you see?
What's up?
I'll give you a guess.
I'm gonna be rich.
We have to have faith that we're going to find these last two gemstones, the righteous gemstones. Am I the only person who watches that show?
Hey.
What show?
The righteous gemstones.
That's
I
that's the
didn't
name
even
of
know
the
that
show.
was a thing.
Yeah.
Never even heard of
Discussion for another time.
it. Awesome. We'll
Okay.
do.
My jokes fall flat too all the time, man.
Ugh. Tough crap. Tough crap.
So definitely Mo-Step.
I hate that guy.
Definitely Mo-Step.
Yeah. Don't hate that guy, but hate that Ken hates that guy.
And I don't really know how to describe it. I'm just going to describe what I saw, and rather than me just say the exact same thing you just said.
Sure. So basically an older, maybe dirtier, kind of rougher shaped Karn.
Yeah. So, Karn, have you gotten old lately and then young again?
Well, he
Not-
died.
I mean, I did get really dehydrated going back.
That tends to age people.
It does.
I mean, that's really interesting. I mean, are we looking into the future, or what the heck?
No idea.
I mean, did Mo-Step seem any older?
I have no idea how to tell if a Kenku looks old or young, other than are they big or small?
Malting.
Are they adult sized or not adult sized? That's about how.
Did he look like shit? Did he look like absolute garbage?
I don't think so. DM, no. He looked like he does today.
It was fleeting, like a very brief image, and it was very likely more that it was a Kenku that was dressed up in a very fancy outfit. But from your recollection, did not look like shit, as it were.
Were the two of them at an altar surrounded by their friends and loved ones?
No, it was two separate images, man. They had two separate times, like they're unconnected from each other.
Gotcha.
Just getting.
Why would Mo-Step marry Karn?
I'd marry Karn. I'm kidding.
Go
buddy.
ahead.
I'm joking.
You might marry Karn, but your heart lives with another.
And who would that be?
Kalakisu?
Oh, You're not wrong.
Look, I appreciate the sentiment, but I know who you'd be thinking of all the time.
All right.
All right, so it sounds okay. I'm not sure what's going on, but maybe it means that we will not be getting through this door until Karn finds a key a long time from now.
Wait,
Oh shit.
hold up. Before we go, do you remember last time what happened when we put just the red and the blue gems in their slots?
I don't know.
I don't remember anything happening.
I don't remember if we tried that.
I have a very vague memory of it. It was a long time ago, but I feel like something happened. Would you guys care if we just test to see if anything happens? Like some runes surface or whatever?
I don't care.
No, we can give it a try.
Oh yeah, we definitely should try.
All right, ready your weapons.
I mean, I'm not getting any older, and apparently that's one of the things we need. So.
All right. We would like the gems that we have, 6 of them into 8 of the slots.
Okay. Which slots are you leaving empty? I can. Would a crude drawing help in this case?
Sure.
Always.
I am excellent at the crudest of drawings.
So while you're doing the drawing, Ken's going to talk to the group saying, these seem to be the color of the rainbow. I say we follow that rainbow wheel and skip over the colors that we don't have. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but how do you put 7 colors of the rainbow into 8 slots?
You're forgetting the Belt of Alexander. That is on top of the rainbow. It is the dark purple that you see, and it connects to the opposite rainbow, what some have dubbed as the double rainbow. And those are real physics terms, by the way.
What does it mean?
I don't know. That was excellent, guys. I commend you for remembering an old video of some guy on acid.
Was he on acid? I thought he just really liked rainbows.
He says he was not. He also passed away a couple years ago.
Aww.
I was just going to say, I made my own version of that video because I saw a double rainbow instead of total wine a few years ago.
I mean, it's amazing.
Rainbows are double rainbows if you pay really close attention. Every one of them, it's a concept of physics. So.
That is amazing.
Okay, ruining the magic, Hamed.
Okay, so here we have a very crude drawing of the door and the spots that are available to put gems in. And for simple sake, I was trying to add text. I add a number to make this really easy. There we go.
Looks like a ton with taste buds.
I'm gonna suggest, hey, just put the red one in each slot and see if it happens and if something happens in one of them when it works.
Hey, you're a genius, James. And Ken grabs the red one, starts running, and putting him in slots, and kind of turning around and looking at the guys with the surprised eel look. And nothing happens, so he grabs it, runs to the next one, puts it in.
Oh, so actually,
grabs it and puts it in the next one.
Which slot do you put it in first?
1, then 2, then 3.
Okay, so you put it in 1, and it begins to emit a red glow.
Takes it out, puts it in 2.
It begins to emit a red glow.
Shit.
He puts it in 3.
It begins to emit a red glow.
He takes it out and says, guys, I think that no matter what I put it in, it's going to emit a red glow.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Should we just move on?
Put it in 8. Let's just see if it's only that door or something. I just want to double check.
All right. Actually, he continues to put it in 4, 5, 6, and 7.
For 4,
And then 8.
it begins to emit a red glow. For 5, it begins to emit a red glow.
6.
For 6, the glow it emits is red. For 7, it begins to emit a red glow.
And 8.
It emits a red glow.
Oh. Thank God.
Emitting this red glow. Can we just try to tell the door to open? Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
Hey, let me see that blue one.
All right.
I'm gonna put it in slot 1.
It begins to emit a blue glow.
I'm gonna put it in slot 2.
I'm sensing
It
a pattern
begins to
here.
emit a blue glow.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You two are acting like young and wasting our time.
Smap
Alright.
Demus, these are definitely OLEDs. These are a very clear, vibrant colors that just seem to pop out of this door. Thank you for asking, Smap Demus.
I'm ready to get going.
Excellent. That does look like a tongue. Now that I look at it, yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Serious consideration, though, guys. We're gonna have to go back to Brownstone from the sounds of it.
Yeah.
At this point, do we need to part ways with Kalakisu? Because he may not be
Exusa?
Susa.
Ixusa. Sorry.
I figured.
I don't know if he's going to be game for going to a city like that.
Let's ask him.
I mean,
if he wants to join us, he would fit in.
well,
more-
that's the thing is, I don't know if they're two,
Mm.
bickering factions. They
I
might
wouldn't mind
recognize him.
I wouldn't mind having him alongside us, but I just wanted to bring it up because there's the possibility he may not be able to accompany us.
Well, yeah, I'll ask him. Ixusa?
He just looks at you like the connection's there. He just looks at you.
So we're gonna have to go to Brownstone. Would you want to come with us? Are you able to come with us? I know it might be dangerous. I mean, it's dangerous. It's dangerous enough for us.
What Kalakisu want? Irrelevant. They will know. They will know I am not one of them.
So, is that a no?
Kalakisu. Oh, I'm sorry. now I'm pulling a card.
Good job.
Ixusa would make your life more difficult. I will wait and help you get back if needed. But hindrance, burden, I would be in that city of them.
I mean, you're never a burden to us, but I understand what you're saying, and yeah, I acknowledge you. That's completely fine. So, hey guys, he's saying that the other tribe is gonna know that he's not one of them. So he thinks his words were that he's going to be a burden. I mean, he says he's gonna wait, help us back if we need it, but I don't think he should be coming to Brownstone with us, and he doesn't think it either.
That's fine. And do we want him to just stay here? We don't know how long we're.
I
gonna
wasn't planning on telling him to stay here.
be. Okay.
No, not at all. Does anyone have any other opinions?
Let's let him decide what he wants to do. There goes my accent. Let's let him decide what he wants to do.
Okay. Ixusa, we want you to do whatever you feel like you want to do. We're not going to tell you to do anything. But we're going to Brownstone, so you don't have to sit here and wait for us, okay?
He just looks at you, nods.
All right, peace, buddy. Ken walks off.
Thanks for helping us, Ixusa.
I'm gonna clap him on the shoulder just as kind of a thank you gesture.
Same.
You stay safe.
You also stay safe. There's 4 of us. There's only 1 of you. Be safe getting back home.
Will do.
Come on, everybody.
Don't rush me.
He
A moment here.
God.
he kind of like almost sheepishly, it seems like, says to you, Ixusa, think of you as good friends, member of same brood. And he has his tongue kind of comes out like they have done when they're excited or happy or laughing or whatever the emotion that would let you know that it's joy and a definite bond. It's been there.
Us too.
Will you come back here?
Well, it all really depends on what we find in Brownstone. We're trying to find the rest of these gems. If we find them, we'll come back to the door. If not, we're going to be out searching for them. I mean, eventually, yeah, we'll come back here, but who knows how long.
Ixusa, wait here. Dunya's blessing is upon thee. Ixusa, know you will succeed. And he reaches a hand out to you and like gently kind of pats you on the shoulder.
Oh.
Ixusa Hunt, have great feast for you when you return. Victory feast.
Thanks, Ixusa. We'll be ready. We'll be hungry, okay?
And you hear from the hallway, make sure you have bread.
You need to.
Looks like bread.
You need to steal bread. I mean, I do not make bread.
He doesn't make bread, Ken.
Oh.
He says, bring it yourself.
It's a BYOB. Bring your own bread.
Yeah.
Hey, DC Sensei, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. All right. Anything else?
I'm gonna have a quick look around just to see if anything looks different or interesting since we've been back. Anything that I should, I don't know. Maybe go check out where that portal, that portal was.
Sure, you can walk over there. It looks like when you left it, it's closed and as you might recall, at some point, somebody like mentioned that it was kind of his portal that he opened to kind of seek out heroes. You found his ring in the center of it. So it looks like it's all under control now, and just kind of an empty, cavernous room off to the side now. All right. Anything else for you? Head out.
I don't think so. Not for
No,
me.
not really.
Okay. Where to?
Brownstone.
Stone, I suppose.
Oh,
Okay.
we should probably, wherever we left our boats, why don't we go in by boat?
Should we wait till dusk? Oh,
Mm,
hold up. We left our boats back at Silvertown, didn't we?
Graystown?
Graystown. Whatever.
I mean,
Um,
we're like right there. We're just on the outskirts of Graystown, aren't we?
Yeah, you're not
Is
far.
there a reason?
It,
No,
is
no.
that where we
hear
left
me
our
out.
boats?
Hear me out. Is there a reason we shouldn't go that direction? Something doesn't feel right. We did
I-
see Susana off, didn't we?
I mean, she said she was going.
Yeah.
She got a care package. Apparently it was from Tam.
I'm serious. Something does not feel right. I say we go. If we go with caution.
I feel like boats would be
Yeah.
the most precaution we could use.
But where the boats are is what I'm saying.
Believe you left the boat at Graystown on the dock.
Precisely. Voice in the sky.
And
Let us go at dusk.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so you're going back to Graystown at dusk? Or you're going... Okay, got it. Okay. Hanging out in the cave in the meantime? Is that...
Till the sun sets.
Gotcha. Okay.
we got everything that was there with Sam, right? We looked at everything.
Yeah, the bag that was left there was just the gemstones. Okay. You kind of sense it, checking outside every once in a while, and realize that after time passes that the sun is indeed beginning to set. It's hanging low in the sky now. Kind of streaks of orange in this light blue in sections and dark blue as the sun doesn't emit light to parts of the sky anymore. But these vibrant kind of orange, red, and yellow streaks as the sun begins to slowly set off towards the west. And you make your way towards Graystown. And at this point, it had the feeling before of it likely being abandoned with very little. But as you begin to step foot into the town itself, it's quiet. The sound of the ocean, the waves beating against the dock. It's a relatively clear evening. The few clouds that were in the sky have seemingly moved on and dissipated. Nearly full moon is illuminating, and the starlight itself is giving you enough light to see the town itself. And there's no movement, no sounds other than the bits of waves crashing into the land itself.
Donald, out of character real quick,
Mhm.
the time spent in the cave, does that count as any sort of rest for us?
You probably spent close to 8 hours there, so yeah, you can have a long rest out of that.
Nope.
Just make your all's life easy. Make my life easy. Okay.
Okay, during the long rest, I will have changed a few spells out, so...
Cool. Oh, great. Y'all do your spells. So you're kind of making your way into the town itself. Hey, Rolfregia, welcome in, my friend. Hope you are doing well. And again, the town just abandoned. Even before there was the occasional like wisps of smoke coming from the main central building that served as like a town hall / inn. No smoke, no candle lights, just darkness. Anywhere you want to head in particular? Anywhere you want to check out?
I would say we make straight for the docks. And
Okay.
get aboard the boat.
Yeah, it seems
Absolutely.
quiet. I'm
Sure.
hoping I'm wrong.
The
Too quiet.
the boat is kind of in rough shape. You left it tied up to the dock right as a huge storm came, and that storm seemed to linger for a bit here. And it was tied up and secured, but I don't think any of you have any type of like maritime, like any serious maritime background. So the proper way to secure this boat, I'm just gonna say it just wasn't done, and has been up against the dock in massive waves. It looks like it might make it to Brownstone. Maybe. It hasn't taken on like water. It's not sunk, but just a quick glance, and it's one of those like, how will it do if we get out into the sea a little bit? Even just a bit, not like right on land.
Is there any kind of check I can do to determine whether how safe this boat is?
Absolutely. Give me just a wisdom check.
Okay.
Unless you can think of a skill that you think would apply.
Survival, but I might be wrong, or nature.
I'll give you survival. I'll give you survival.
I have land vehicles. Will that give me any kind of up on a water vehicle at all?
No, not really.
Okay, I rolled a 4. Hey guys, it looks fine to me.
Yeah.
And Ken hops in.
All right.
We all know Ken can swim. Can the rest of you all swim?
I'm pretty sure we all can, but
I think it's a universal assumption.
Yeah, you can swim, but swimming
In
the
current.
swimming in the
waves.
ocean's a whole different critter.
Yeah.
Right.
I say we let Ken get in the boat just because I'm assuming he's probably the heaviest of all of us, and just see if it buckles at all with him in it.
Ken's in the boat.
Yeah, Ken's in the
And he
boat.
looks around and says,
It
he glares at you, Karn. That's all he does.
it's a boat. It's doing boat things. It's floating in the water with Ken in it. Like,
Is there any kind of creaking or like any kind of stress sounds that we?
Water.
yeah, it doesn't look like it's taking on water. There's like water inside of it, but again, it's rained. Like, it's hard to tell. There is creaking, but I think a lot of boats, especially wood boats in waves and stuff, would creak. Nothing that screams out. If you've played Sea of Thieves, like the death groan is not happening. Not yet.
All right, Ken gets out of the boat and he pulls it forward and says, "It's up to you. I don't have to ride in it. I can just swim beside it."
And push it.
Yeah, I can push it.
I mean, I say if we take the boat, let's not stray very far off of the coast, just in case this thing starts taking on water. We want to be able to get back on land pretty quickly.
That sounds good to me.
Okay. Perfect. So kind of describe to me how the four of you are going to handle this boat. Like, who is doing what in the boat?
Ken's behind it. His hands are on it, and he's paddling to give it forward momentum.
Okay. And what's your constitution?
Give me a second. I gotta
Sure.
Pull it up. And while I'm looking that up,
Yeah.
what are you guys doing?
I would like to be in the boat.
Sure.
I don't know what you want me to do in the boat.
I mean,
wanna
like,
be
but
in it.
if Chime is just going to sit in the boat and like that's Chime's thing is just sitting there, that's fine. That's what I need to know is like, what is everyone doing?
I mean, I can take one of the oars and
Okay.
try to steer a little bit.
Yeah, I can take an oar.
Okay.
My constitution is 16.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab a bucket in case we start taking on water,
Okay.
and keep it with me. And I don't think an uneven number of oars is gonna do any good, so I'm gonna offer to take the oar from Chime and let her hold the bucket.
No, I'm good with the oar.
Okay.
Okay.
You can has bucket, James.
Okay.
Then
So-
I'm gonna
God.
sit and try and keep everything balanced.
Okay.
Knocked a cobweb out of a part of my brain.
This is fun. Because I think you all think something awful is going to happen. That's why I'm asking these questions, right?
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Your voice is also getting that upward inflection when you're getting a little too happy about something.
I don't know why you'd think that would ever happen.
Spooky
Yeah.
spaghetti.
So we're gonna kind of set the scene here as you cast off from the dock in this boat that has like been through some battered storms, not secured properly. I don't think it was the best boat to begin with, as you stole it
I
from.
didn't steal it. I paid for it.
Oh, you did pay for it. That's right. Did you steal the oars? I feel like you all stole something.
Yeah, we came all the way from. No, we didn't steal anything.
Oh,
They were stealing
I am
it.
proud of you all.
Thank you.
I'm so proud. So it's a relatively calm evening, which is kind of fortuitous for you, but you're doing your best to stay kind of close to the shore, not venturing too far out into the larger waves. Ken behind the boat, kind of pushing and paddling his legs, just helping propel you forward as you're fighting against these waves, trying to stay kind of parallel to the shoreline. Karn and Chime getting a really good in sync of paddling together and giving you the best momentum with Ken pushing. You're making really good progress. But no one was looking out for, I mean, like, you're looking, but the thing about staying close to the shore is there's big rocks that you might not see because they're just below the water.
God damn it.
And at first, it's just a slight scrape as you feel the rock kind of scrape against one of the sides in the bottom of the boat. And it's okay. It's okay. And then slowly thereafter, James with his bucket notices just bits of water trickling into the boat. And he's on it. He's totally on it, scooping water out as you continue to go. And Ken's pushing behind. You're making what seems to be exceptional time. But then the crack happens as the boat makes solid contact with a rock. Just a huge smack as a section of the front of the boat opens up, water rushing in, just pouring and pouring. And as hard as James tries, there's no keeping up with it now. There is a full-size hole in this boat. Then the boat itself taking that damage. The other little issues that have popped up continue. Other leaks to their side. As your boat, you realize quickly that there's no getting out of this. The boat's going to sink. And you're probably, yes.
I can feel the collision, right?
You can. You absolutely
I'd
feel
like
it.
to steer it towards shore.
Okay, perfect. Do you communicate that to your party members?
It's hard while you're swimming.
As you're swimming? The three of you that are in the boat, give me a perception check.
Can you hear a duck when it makes sounds underwater?
11.
Evidently
Okay.
not.
6.
10.
It's just like, and you for just a second you look back and it looks like Ken trying to do something.
Yeah, I would
I
definitely
want to
be
make a
wanting to go
telepathic
to
link
floor.
with him.
Sorry, you'd be wanting to go where? To shore. Okay, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
I want to make a telepathic link with Ken.
That works.
at
As he
that
tells
moment.
you, Ken.
Paddle to shore, paddle to shore.
Okay, paddle ashore.
I'm securing the bag with the gemstones in it. I'm assuming we took that with us, right? Yeah. Not leaving it with Ixusa because we don't know what happens. He could get overrun easily.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, roll for G. Yes, Ken is it's a homebrew race called Anatoid. It is a duck-like person. Yes, he is most people's favorite. The art for Ken is actually done by
Bethany.
Do you still have the individual pages with our large artwork?
no, because we never used it. When the stream is ending, we'll actually have a slideshow up that is all the character art in full. It's all done by Burger Bun, aka Bethany, aka Chime, if you need character portraits done, I cannot recommend her highly enough. Her Patreon's there. You can also go to burgerbun, spelled the same.com, and check out her amazing art there. And I highly encourage it. Okay, so you'll realize what's happening and steer to shore pretty quickly. You don't quite make it, as the boat just is taking on too much water too fast, but no one's like in any real danger. You make it enough to where the boat, you can kind of feel now, especially like you put your feet down and your feet are touching shore. I mean, you are 7-ish feet tall, but you're able to.
Chime would be panicking a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chime's a little nugget, so
Yeah.
You're both paddling, and eventually the paddling itself, it's not doing any good, as you can kind of feel the boat scraping against the sand now. Like you're pretty close to shore, but not fully there. But
I mean, if we feel it scrape sand, I'm just gonna
just hop out.
Get up and hop out. Yeah.
No issue, except the boat is now inoperable.
Well, it was worth a try.
We got a little ways.
How far did we get?
200 feet.
No, I'd say you probably went for like a half hour before like everything happened. So not bad.
Sitting on the shore, turning around and seeing the dock right behind.
But I think it was about a day by boat, I think, to between Gracetown and Brownstone.
So we didn't make it really that far.
Yeah.
Not particularly.
Okay. So next to the ocean, river, lake? What is this?
This is an ocean. This is the ocean.
Just the ocean. Okay.
Just the ocean.
So yeah, next to is there a road next to the ocean?
There wasn't. There was like a path that was. It wasn't next to the ocean. It was a little further inland that went into Brownstone, but it's not super far. Like you're able to, if that's your goal, is take the road on in. You've made that trip a couple of times.
I'm more worried about traveling away from the road so people can't see us.
Okay.
Is that possible from where we are? Or is it too open?
You could. It's tough in some places. You know, since the road isn't perfectly straight and the shoreline isn't perfectly straight, there are some places where you can walk on the beach and you would be relatively far from the road. There are other places where the road is right up on the beach. If you wanted to ensure that you're on the road, if somebody's on the road and you're traveling, you'd have to go to the north side of the road and travel that way, a little further inland.
All right, guys, what do you want to do? You want to just take the road in? Do you want to take the road in stealthily? You want to make camp? What do you want to do?
This brush is pretty thick. I think we stand a better chance of making good time on the road, but with enough caution to be able to bail if we sense anybody coming our way.
Agreed.
Yeah, okay. What do you think, Chime? Just
I
as
don't know.
thought.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks.
I don't have a strong opinion, so I'm good with that. Let's go for making good time, but ready to jump off.
It's nighttime. Travelers don't travel on this road. Well, any roads really at night, often. And if they do, they carry torches.
All right. So no torches. Are you guys cool with that?
Lead the way, James.
I don't see much of a difference between this and regular day.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
There's-
So I'll lead us. I feel like this path is probably worn well enough that they don't really need to slow down as long as they are going in the right direction.
And the brush isn't super thick, and like between the kind of full moon and there's not a ton of clouds and the starlight, it's
True.
probably the equivalent of dim light. even without a torch. So y'all have no issue. Like, you're not going to trip over anything. And if people do approach with torches, you'll have plenty of notice. So is the plan to travel through the night?
Yeah.
Okay. So the night kind of travel for hours. Little cold, a little wet, but overall.
I should have dried off. Why didn't I do this hours ago?
You're staying.
Am I the only one whose shoes are squeaking?
Oh, I hate that feeling.
I'm a bird. I don't wear shoes.
You're able to travel through the night and slowly you can from the east the sun, the direction of Brownstone itself, slowly rising in the sky. Do you want to just continue traveling through the morning, or what is your plan there?
Should we sleep during the day, maybe?
We're far away enough to where we can go off the trail, make a camp, and probably not be detected. Any closer, and hunters may be coming through nearby. Should we enter during the day or at night?
I think we'll probably do best if we disguise ourselves. And I feel like we'll have a better chance of not getting recognized at night. But there is also the possibility that they'll see that and be more on high alert in the evenings anyway.
I feel like nighttime is going to be our best bet just because, let's face it, we stand out in a crowd. I mean, a duck, a kinku, a tiefling.
There's plenty of me around.
There. Well, true, but not too many kinkus hanging out with a duck, a tiefling, and a guy with silver hair.
Ken, we might have to...
It's okay.
Split the party.
No.
I knew this
Because
day would
that
come.
always turns out well.
Split the party. Let's all go in one at a time.
No,
See what
I'm
happens.
talking
Roll the
about
dice.
Ken doing something to darken his feathers so that maybe we can pass him off as just a really big Kenku.
Okay, careful.
Nope.
I mean,
Absolutely
obviously
not.
we don't have
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We are skipping over that.
Okay, let's pretend that conversation never happened, folks.
I know where you're going. I know you well enough, and we are a big old
I'm
no.
completely
Against
naive
Duckface,
to this,
yes.
so
I'm not entirely sure, but I'm getting enough context clues that I'd say
I
it would
know-
be in our best interest not to go.
I know where he's
Looking like
going.
just rolling him around in the mud.
She went there.
No,
What?
but I know where you were going with
No, I
that.
clearly said in a normal accent, careful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. Okay. So let's go with this. It's morning. Are you making camp now?
yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's
We make
Okay.
get off the road and make camp.
When are you going to pick up traveling again?
And the sun starts to set.
Oh, thank you for subscribing, Chili Pie. That's all I got. Literally swell of you.
I would hope you would subscribe. I mean,
I know, right? So you'll camp for most of the day, and then when the sun starts to set, start moving again.
Yeah, we only need 8 hours for a long rest, so we can. I mean, we've already long rested once, and so this is just kind of the passing time. But within this time, I think Ken would be meditating and trying to reach out to the justices one more time, just to see for some guidance and some direction, and the fact that he kind of misses having that strong connection that he used to have.
Okay. Anyone else gonna?
Well, I have a quick out of character note. So I used to have disguise self as one of my spells. I got rid of it. I traded it out on my last level because I didn't think it was super helpful. I never quite used it ever, so I don't have that anymore.
Great.
this is what we
Perfect.
get for underestimating Colin Robinson.
Yeah.
We're long resting. You can switch your spells out during a long rest.
No.
This
I-
also won't count as a long rest because you've already had the benefits of a long rest within 24 hours.
Okay.
We've had one long rest, yes. But what about second long rest?
I love some hobbits. Okay.
So real quick, Hamed.
Yeah.
So this is the Warlock spellbook. So it's not. I unlearned a spell to learn another spell. When I level, I can swap out if I want to. And I wasn't using disguise self, so I picked up something else.
Okay. No worries,
Okay.
man. No worries.
So morning comes, you venture a ways off the path, and kind of set up a small camp for you to rest, and Ken is gonna to meditate and kind of focus on communicating with the justices. The rest of you, anything in particular?
Nope.
Okay.
Keeping an eye out, keeping a watch, but I mean, that's about it. It's daytime, so it's not really you need to have as heavy of a watch. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, no problem. I'll assume that everybody's kind of watching and resting and getting what they need. But kind of after a little while of focus and kind of attempting to communicate with the justices, the single justice that you believe has not been corrupted or not been destroyed, or you're not 100% sure what's happened to them, but you do know there is one justice that is working with Dragonbane, as at least that's the only assumption you can make, that was there when the prisoners were turned to stone and when Howard met his untimely end. But the voice familiar again comes to you in a brief message that states,
"Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen."
What does that mean? What's going on the blooper reel?
oh shit. Oh, thanks, voice mod. Hang on. Oh god. Hang on. There's a quick fix here. There's a quick fix with this one. Oh hell. Maybe not. Okay, let's get to this real quick.
We'll get that back. Turn that off. There. That's better. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Hello, is this thing on?
Hey, Donald, can you say this next song is dedicated to all the ladies?
No.
Please.
The broken spoke brings salvation.
Followed by apparently a chorus of music and cool.
Wait, the justices are that cool that every time you hear them, there's fanfare with fife and drum. So, yeah.
Yeah. The broken spoke brings salvation.
Thank you, Barry White.
Otherwise, the day passes uneventfully. You've been gone for, at this point, a couple of weeks. It seems like, between all your running around and adventures. So no patrols. You actually don't see anyone, even if you're looking for the road. Like, it's just you're still several hours out from Brownstone at this point still.
I thought we could see the town walls by this point. Okay, so we've got quite a ways to go then.
You probably another full night's worth of travel. Like, if you want to make it, if your plan is to make it by nightfall, you'd probably want to leave like in the afternoon and start traveling that way.
All right, let's do that, guys.
Yep.
Cool. Okay.
Well,
you get a good rest in. Everyone's feeling pretty good. Everyone had a chance to recuperate and get some sleep. As you, again, traveling in the afternoon, there's not a whole lot, but you're making it closer to town. You can't quite see the walls, but now there are some like small farms that have kind of popped up, and they're nothing elaborate, nothing fancy, but a small farmhouse, a couple of farm buildings, and then some plots of land that have been in various stages of the planting seasons. Some have been tilled, but maybe not planted. Some have been planted. Some are starting to sprout, and so on.
Is there any washing hanging out?
Sure. Give me some washing hanging out.
Sounds like a perfect place to get our disguises from. Everyone, feel free to go and find some clothes.
Okay. Do I see any window seals with a cherry pie steaming off of it?
Now's not the time to think of eating, Ken.
You do see a pie on a windowsill.
Ken.
So
That pie is a trap.
It is a trap. Yeah. All right. He puts his robe over his head, saying, "Guys, I have a disguise."
No, that's not a disguise.
Nah,
You need other clothes.
we need a. Okay, fine. Well, okay. What's on this clothesline?
Just a variety of common farmers' clothes, nothing super elaborate.
I'll take the flannel shirt and the overalls with the straw hat.
Sure, sounds great. It somehow it fits perfectly.
Old MacDonald had a duck.
Yeah.
Um,
I'd
magic.
like to leave 5 gold. Actually, on somewhere where it could be found.
Okay.
So I'll erase that from the loot list.
Everyone's able to find it if they so choose, something that can kind of cover them as a change of clothes.
I will find a nice dress.
There is a very lovely dress that is,
Nice, but it's
of course.
I definitely need something with a hood.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna just take a cloak, just something that's.
a hat. A hat.
Yeah. We'll make this real quick. Whatever you're kind of looking for within reason, you're able to find. And, with farmers' clothes, that kind of stuff. And as you kind of make your way to next farm.
I'm gonna leave a gold piece. I figured
Okay.
that's probably more than enough to cover all of the clothes we just took.
I already left 5, but okay.
You left 5.
Is that too many?
Yes.
Okay, take back 4.
Gotta live
Yeah.
on a
Oh,
farm.
you
They
left
don't need
one?
this many clothes.
One,
yeah, I
one
already
gold.
left money.
yeah.
So.
You're
One
not
gold's-
even gonna miss these clothes. It's fine.
1 gold's plenty.
I'm gonna leave a gold piece as well, just for the very billowing cloak I took. Just basically, I'm just taking a cloak that's loose enough to where it's gonna hide the fact that I have a sword strapped to my back.
Ken, did you relay the message that the Gods of Justice sent you? Or did you kind of keep it yourself? Okay.
I kept it myself.
Okay. Then Ken, give me a perception check as you continue walking down your new clothes.
Okay. Darn it, wrong button. 12.
Okay. You're walking down towards the next farm, and you see a kind of old, beat up wagon. It's obviously made several trips in the town, and the back of it is currently a large pile of hay, kind of piled up in a dome towards the top. As you might see there, as they transport lots of it into town. The farm here is just full of large bales of hay sitting out in fields, likely waiting to be transported in. But you're kind of walking by and thinking nothing of it, but the left front wheel has a single broken spoke.
Ken kind of holds his hand out to the party and kind of tries to catch their attention.
What?
What's up?
When we were resting back there, I prayed to the justices, and I heard one of them say, "The broken spoke will bring salvation." And then he turns and kind of points at the wheel of the wagon. "What say you guys we fix this thing and hide in the hay?" And, well, that's as far as I got with that idea.
And you're just now telling us?
It didn't sound important.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
How
gonna
are
crawl
they
in that
gonna-
back like all Assassin's Creed style.
How? I mean, it's
I
not a
was
half bad
assuming-
idea if we didn't have to fix the wheel ourselves.
We can fix the wheel.
It's not that. It's that we're just gonna fix it and then just crawl in, and then we're gonna think, "Oh, my wheel suddenly works."
Look, whoever this wagon belonged to probably went off to get assistance. When they come back and they see it's fixed, they're going to continue traveling into the town.
With
Yes,
a single broken spoke, the wheel's probably fine. It doesn't look like it's broken down here. It looks like this is the farm that actually has they own this wagon.
Oh. Well, in that case,
Maybe I'm taking this. Maybe I'm taking the message from the judge a little too literally.
I'm gonna take a closer look, like at the wagon to see are there any symbols on it? Is there any symbols on the farm? Anything stand out about it? Is this the same farm we got the clothes from?
This is a different farm. This is a little ways down the road, but not too far. You're a little bit closer to town. Go ahead and give me an investigation check as you're looking for symbols.
All right, I'm using inspiration,
Okay.
and that is the free inspiration that you said we are allowed to have at the beginning of every episode.
Absolutely. And Julia has a good point that she would miss clothes if she had already washed them and hung them up. Because, laundry. Thanks for the hydrate.
24.
Okay. You notice a symbol that the same symbol, in fact, in multiple places, but it doesn't make sense to you, but it's not a coincidence. It looks like it's a square with a triangle at the top, like a square and then the triangle on the inside, like almost like a V,
Like
I
a
guess.
Is it something I would
Square letter.
recognize?
Kinda. But it's the same symbol in both places. It's etched close to where the driver would sit of this wagon. It's also on kind of engraved near the door of the farmhouse, which is not far from where you are now.
Okay, I'd like to search through the hay.
Chime, did you have a question first?
Is it something that I would recognize?
If James points it out to you, yes, very likely.
I'm definitely pointing out. Hey, that's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, it's a common thieves' cant symbol of safety and kind of a safe house. So, Ken, you said you were searching through the wagon. Can you describe to me how you're searching through the wagon?
He kind of goes up first to just look at the hay, and he inspects it to see if he sees any movement, sees anything hidden underneath it, an odd shape, so it would signify it's covering something. Feels the temperature right there. Sometimes you cover ice with hay to keep it from melting. Then he kind of starts to gently rifle through some of it, and if he doesn't find anything, he rifles through more and more, and he's just kind of tossing the hay aside now.
Okay.
And looking what's under.
So as you're starting to rifle through the hay a little deeper, a Kenku walks out of the main house and is waving his arms and in a voice that obviously not fit this Kenku, stop it.
Ken, knock it off.
Yeah, my bad.
And they kind of rush over to the hay and start to pick it up and seemingly sculpt it into a back into the shape it was in before, and looks at the four of you, and there's a definite recognition in his face almost immediately.
I'm gonna point at the symbol on the wagon.
He looks at you and nods, and in another completely different voice, it's safe passage guaranteed.
Ask
You
him
use
what's
that.
the catch.
We could use that.
Do we have to pay?
Okay, I'll ask. I want to make a telepathic link.
Oh wait, if James says, does he have to pay, the Kenku like looks at the four of you, like kind of individually, and like obviously the gears are turning, and just shakes his head no.
Thank you.
You want to make a telepathic link still, or are you good?
No,
Okay.
I'll use my actual words and say thank you.
Then another voice that's are you ready?
Guys, are we ready?
I was born ready.
Yeah, I guess so.
I wasn't born ready, but I'm ready now.
Okay.
It nods, makes his way to the back of the wagon and kind of clears out some of the hay very, very carefully, very delicately, using the tips of his delicate fingers to like make sure everything is just right, and slowly reveals that there's like a false bottom where it opens a door, and points to the group of you, and points in there.
I'm not gonna fit in there.
Kind of looks at you, leans his head around, gets a look at that shack booty, and just kind of shrugs. And then like points to himself and makes a neigh like noise, like it sounds just like a horse.
I assume that means he's gonna get the horse, I guess.
And he points at Ken and nods his head.
Okay. Guys, saddle up or get in the wagon, whatever.
All right.
Okay.
Is everybody getting in? Chime, you're getting in?
Yeah.
You trust?
Yeah. Dude's got symbols.
All right. So for the best, I'm still gonna get my my dagger out just in case.
Yeah, I'd like to go ahead and take out my Sunblade, which I didn't realize until I was reading on it. It's just a hilt until I activate it, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty fancy.
It's bright too, it gives off light, keep that in mind.
Well, I'm not going to activate it, I'm just going to be holding on to it.
Okay.
Okay. So all of you start to squeeze in back there, and with Ken especially, it's a very tight fit. You are all like, there's not a lot of wiggle room for anyone. But somehow, some way, you all fit. But it's still okay. Like the back door is kind of open still. It is a couple minutes later, your new companion friend returns and it starts to harness up the horse and stuff, and comes back, and looks inside and has like a slight smile as he's kind of amused at the four of you just crammed in here. And again, like are you ready?
Yeah, let's get going.
Okay. Shuts the door where it's now very dark inside, and outside you hear the rustling as he likely is putting the hay back just right. And shortly after that, you feel the sudden lunge forward as the cart takes off, and as the horses begin to make their way, or the horse, and you're making way better time than you would have on foot. After probably a while, your legs are starting to kind of cramp up, and it's hot. It's so hot in there. The air is stale, and but you can feel the cart slowing down, and eventually comes to a stop. A gruff voice calls out from what you assume is the front of the cart. And it's kind of soon for another delivery. And another voice, royal hay for royal horses. The guard, the hell does that mean? The reply comes back as, royal hay for royal horses. I'm like, guard. You kind of hear some just gruff exchanges of grunts and grumbles as shortly thereafter the guards, you better head straight there this time. Don't make us search it. And the reply comes once again, royal hay for royal horses, as the cart lurches forward, and now through the cobblestone streets, the ride gets a little rougher, bouncing back and forth on these stone streets, and you're not sure where you're going, and you're not sure what's happening. But again, the cart comes to a stop. And a few seconds later, you hear that same sound of the hay being moved away delicately, just right. And the door slides open, letting in fresh air and a little bit of light. And it's the freshest of air, the best lights. And your Kenku friend offers a hand to help you get out. You realize you're in Brownstone, in front of Flock and Key.
I had a feeling. I'm gonna whisper at Chime. Get that Kenku's name. He helped us.
Okay.
Or they helped us. I shouldn't assume a gender.
Chime is gonna point to herself, and she's gonna make her name. She's gonna say her name
in the full Chime sound.
Yes.
They nod back at you, and then let out a blood-curdling scream.
A Wilhelm scream?
Yeah, and then points to themselves.
Was it loud? Did people turn and look at him?
No, it was like enough that y'all could hear it, but not like it was like the sound. But then like they had enough foresight to like not draw attention.
Okay.
And then like kind of points at you all and like.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to shake his hand, say thanks. Thank you.
He nods. Shakes your hand back.
I'm going inside. I don't want to stay on the streets.
Sure. Rest of you following?
Yes.
Sorry, that's what I'm saying to the party.
Gotcha.
A
Oh.
wild Finn the human.
A wild Finn appears and disappears.
Finn the human. Hi,
And
Finn the
appears.
human.
Oh, hi, Finn. Oh, Finn lost his head. There it is. Yay, Finn.
Say hi.
No. It's Karn the Returned in baby form.
Oh, I should have done
That would have been
Karn.
awkward if he came back as a baby.
That'd have been awesome.
A level 4 fighter baby.
Hey, he's strong enough to be level 4 fucker.
Sure.
All right. So, Karn, what you missed is we said thanks to Mr. Wilhelm Scream or Ms. or they. Yeah, we decided we wanted to go inside because we wanted to just stand out on the street.
I agree. Let's go inside.
I'm gonna go in and is it the same person that tried to sell us locks last time?
God.
It is.
Yeah,
One
Ken's
person
not going
who-
inside. Ken just waits outside. Says, "I'd rather take my chances out here."
Hey, Ken, everyone's gonna see your big ugly mug out there. You better come inside.
You gotta come inside.
Uh,
I'm gonna walk in. I'm gonna put my hands in my pockets. And I'm gonna say I'm not touching anything.
Just smiles and points towards the back.
I'm gonna give him a little elbow tap, like friendly, like a hand jet. But I'm not taking my hands out of my pocket because I'm not gonna destroy any more locks.
It's a good call. Inside, kind of you make your way into the back room and the grand hallway that is behind Flock and Key. Mostep is sitting. Oh, baby noises.
I haven't got to see it, so excuse my.
Oh no.
Say hi to Uncle Donald, Uncle DM.
Oh, we'll get a game for you soon, buddy. We're not that far. Mostep sitting in his finery, with a book and a small glass of some dark beverage sitting on a table next to him. Doesn't even look up as you come into the room.
I think you're expecting us.
You be right, darling.
Greetings, Mostep.
Last time I saw you, why don't you go ahead and tell me what happened?
Ken doesn't respond.
No, Step, I don't think we're here to talk to you about last time we saw you.
You're only here because you need something. Ain't that right? You asking me for something. I want to know what the hell you did to my town. Oh.
Do anything to your town.
Oh, you didn't, did you? So, the increased guards, the shutting down of the sewers,
They shut down the sewers?
the martial law on the docks. I lost so much money because of y'all. I lost so much influence because of y'all. But let me ask you, did you succeed in what you were doing?
What do you think, Mostep?
I just want to hear you say it. Just say it.
No.
Yeah. So here's the thing about failure. There's two ways to look at it. You can lose money and influence, but nothing. Or you can lose money and influence and gain a lesson.
Chime wants to knock the glass of whatever he's drinking out of his hand.
It's still on the table
Same.
next to him.
Oh, well.
Like a cat. Just kinda push it off the
You want to
table.
just knock it off there? He has a book in his hand.
Chime
Ooh,
just
yeah, I went-
it and go.
Wait,
I want to take the book out of his hand and throw it across the room.
wait, can I signal like a look to Chime because I know she's about to do this and be like, maybe
I
not.
feel like Chime would be able to do that before I think
Okay.
Chime's pretty quick and
Yeah,
dexterous.
just like those two
Yeah.
guys can block
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
grabbing a
yeah.
dwarf's throat. Okay.
You don't even know what's happening until it's been
Yeah.
for a few
Fair
seconds.
enough.
Quick.
So-
Fair enough.
Yoink, and launch the book across, and like his hands are
It's not
still.
like an overhand. It's a pick up and
Flip.
Oh, gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
Talking to you.
He keeps his hands like where the book was, and like slowly puts his eyes up and looks at you. Darling, I was reading that, but that
What's
question was valid.
Step. I don't give a fuck about how much money you've lost. Innocent people are dying, and we're the only ones doing something about it. If you want more people around to buy your shit, you need to help us.
Darling, I think you misunderstood my question. Did you learn anything from your failure? Did you learn that you should trust me? That I'm on your side, darling. I'm on your side. I need you to trust me. 'Cause right now I'm really struggling to trust you.
Can I interrupt?
By all means.
I would like to say I have learned some things. And we lost a great person. How do I phrase this? Our friend here, I'm pointing, I'm a gesture at Ken. There was almost zero chance that we were going to get his brother out alive. You were not going to be able to bribe them. The fact that they found 4 people and painted at least one of them to look like us, there's no way that they weren't keeping a close eye on them to use them as an example. They wanted to take our visage, which sounds like maybe hope for a couple people, and they destroyed that. There's no way you would have been able to bribe them away.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
While he's
Awesome.
doing that, I just want to mention that the big duck is wearing a straw hat, a flannel shirt, and overalls.
Having a rude tune, good time.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw.
Beehaw!
But I think that adds to the absurdity that no one's mentioned.
Oh, you.
it.
There you go.
Well, the fact that Mostep has not commented on our clothing since he's pretty fashionable is impressive.
I'm wearing a dress.
I got a 15.
Okay. He kind of pauses for a second and takes a deep breath. Reaches over to his glass and takes a sip. Sets it back
While
down.
he's doing
I
that,
don't want to.
they
I don't want to let
glued-
him.
You're gonna
they-
like take the glass from him?
Yeah, I want to throw that across the room too.
Okay.
I feel like I'm up front and I can start putting my hand on, like, to keep her from reaching across as she's trying to reach across. They glued horns to a guy's head to look like me.
They
Most
bleached
def-
another guy's hair to look like me.
If you knew half of the things that we learned while we were gone in that day, I don't think you'd be so calm, Mostep.
So yes, I did learn something.
Well, that means it wasn't a total failure now, doesn't it? As he gets up now, walks kind of across the great hall to a bar, gets another glass out, pours himself a drink, like stares at Chime as he knocks it back and drinks the whole thing, sets the glass down.
What did he say to me last time when I just shot mine?
Uh,
I don't remember.
yeah, I forgot.
But I'm giving him a
something
look,
pithy.
and I'm giving him a little smirk, like,
So, sounds like y'all have learned quite a bit when you're out of town. Is that what you're telling me?
Not
we've
been
learned some
fun.
things.
Honey, I don't always look for fun information. I look for information. So you have something that I might want, and I presume you're here because I have something that you might want. Now, here's what I'm proposing. We work together real nice like. We've all had losses.
What have you? Whatever.
What have I lost, dear? We've already covered that, but should we cover it
Money.
again?
Money. I like money, Mostep.
Do you
You
know
know
what
what
I
I
do
like
with that
better?
money?
I don't give a fuck what you do with that money. You dress yourself all pretty, and you come in here and you act all dandy, sweet for people, and
Oh, honey,
that's
honey,
what you do.
you talking like you understand what's really going on. Yes, I have to look the part. I have to be getting good with Dragonbane. I have to be a legitimate business. But honey, that money doesn't go to me. I don't spend but a tiny fraction of that on myself. I get food for those that can't. I give information to those that need it. Yes, Mr. Ducky.
No, that was for the DM. Sorry.
Oh, go
I'm
ahead.
just gonna go ahead and roll an insight check while you're doing that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, I didn't mean to throw you off.
No, you're good. I'm the one who's keeping this town from a full-on civil war. I'm the one keeping these people that you claim to care about fed as you ran away. Now, I know you had to. I don't hold that against you. I get it. I do. You had to do what you had to do, even though I told you not to. And were I in your shoes, would I have done the same thing? More than likely. Now, I would have done it with a little more flair, a little more panache, a little more style. As now he kind of looks at Ken and sees the overalls and the straw hat and the flannel shirt. He's like, okay, it would have been with much, much more style, but that is not important. What is important is that we trust one another. We all want the same thing, don't we?
Do I believe him with an insight of 14?
I'm not going to tell you if you believe him or not, because that is for your character to decide, and that's for you to decide, of course. He's talking in his normal cadence. He seems very calm, very cool.
Can I detect whether or not he's lying?
That's not fully how insight works. Everything that he is it's his same as he always talks. Every encounter you've had with him so far, he has been the same way. It doesn't appear that he's lied to you before. Like, everything he said has been true, at least from his point of view. So, you don't. I don't want to, like, outwardly, the signs you would typically look for in lying, you do not see. So, might be that he's an exceptionally good liar, and it might be that he's telling the truth.
Okay.
So, can we work together? Or is your needs going to be unmet? And believe you me, for all of you, no one can meet your needs like Mostep. Looks at Ken and gives a little wink.
Ken vomits in his mouth. And then just kind of swallows it.
I believe we can come to a working arrangement, Mostep.
And the rest of you?
Will you accept that we did what we felt we had to do?
Darling, did you not hear me? I said I likely would have done the same thing, but I would have looked so much better doing it.
And then I'm going to turn to Ken. Ken, will you accept that Mostep regardless of his motivations, did try to free your brother.
Ken's brooding. He's not going to respond to either James or Mostep.
And then he opens his mouth, and the wind chimes. Your chime's actual name comes out of his mouth. Darling, I know you don't like me. You don't have to like me, but I need to know we can trust one another. Can we at least start there?
Fine.
All right. I'm glad we got that out of the way. So, what is it you need?
You got a special piece of jewelry.
Oh dear, I got so many special pieces of jewelry. You gotta be more specific, honey.
It wouldn't necessarily be a piece of jewelry, but a large gemstone. Round.
I want to make
vibrant color.
I want to quickly just shoot off to everyone else in the party. I don't want him to know what this is for. We just need to know that we need it.
Obviously, that's the reason I'm trying to describe it in the vaguest of terms. That way he's not asking too many follow-up questions.
Right. I want to get Chime's attention.
Okay.
For a mental link with her.
Yes.
Can you ask him where the bathroom is? I'm serious.
Mostep, where's your restroom?
Oh, yeah, the privy is right. Hey, you just point. There's a door. He's like, just down there.
All right.
First door.
Ken would like to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Guys, there's a point. Give me a second. There's a point.
Did I make a map? I sure did.
You did a long time ago.
I did.
We
Make
stuck around.
Well, there was. I know there was one like in his bedroom.
He. So you are currently.
We're not going to that one.
We are not going to that one.
Oh, there it is. Bathroom right there.
Yeah.
So, sorry. Is that's the I think the privy is over here. The one that he pointed you to. Oh, sorry, I'm having an issue.
Where at?
Why is it? Oh, I have the wrong thing pulled up. I'm a knucklehead. Right here. That is the kind of like the guest privy, more or less. As he
out here, or are we?
You are sorry. I didn't think of using the map.
You just dropped us in from where we were last.
I dropped you in from your last. You all are in this room here, like the kind of the main hall,
Right.
that he was waiting for you in.
Okay. I'd like to sort of close the door to the bathroom and see if there's any way that anybody can see or hear what I'm doing. Investigation for that, or?
So are you looking at conventional ways that somebody can see what you're doing? Is that like, could someone physically be looking at you? Yeah, I think an investigation would work.
Okay.
How'd you roll?
I rolled a 9. Okay.
Okay. You're like kind of looking around and messing with stuff, as it were, and you don't see anything that like any peepholes or spy kind of ways they could look at you currently, like that.
Okay. I would like to cast Locate Object.
Okay.
I'll read it if you like.
Yeah, if you don't mind, that'd be great.
This it has you cast on stealth. It has a range of up to 1,000 feet. Describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction of the object's location as long as that object is within 1,000 feet of you. If the object is in motion, you know the direction of its movement. The spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you've seen it up close within 30 feet at least once. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon. This spell can't locate an object if any thickness of lead, even a thin sheet of lead, blocks a direct path between you and the object. I am familiar with the gemstones that are of different color, and I would like to locate other gemstones within 1,000 feet.
All right. You do sense one within 1,000 feet.
Where?
It is.
Or direction. You could just give me the direction. Cardinal.
Sure. In this general direction.
Okay.
And as you recall, that's his like sitting room.
Well. All right. After some time, Ken would like to kind of come back and not say anything.
Okay. Most step. So you said like you're looking for a large gemstone, right? Is what you're looking for? As much as you told him so far.
A large gemstone similar. Oh, you've told him. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking to me.
I think it's likely I have what you're seeking. So, you know what the next question's gonna. You said both of them?
There's two.
Oh no, dear, I only got one. Was not aware of another. Turns out I got this one. Rescued it when people rioted and took out the Temple of Piaget. Don't know if y'all recall, but that priest was no good. He was charging people far too much for just the simple cures. And then one day,
Him. He was charging too much. We had to go elsewhere.
Well, one day he charged someone a bit too much, and when he cast his spell, nothing happened. Of course, he refused to give back any money. Word got out, and people didn't take too kindly to him. He fled town, but that temple was beautiful, just a work of art. I had a couple people go on in and procure me a few items before anybody else got a hold of it. So yeah, I've got one. My next question, of course, is going to be, what do you offer me?
Right. I'd like to link with Chime again.
Mm-hmm.
He's telling the truth.
Yeah, but is there information that we actually want to give to him?
Let's hear what he has to say.
How about I start with a simple question? What y'all need this for? What's it do?
Can't tell you.
Uh,
Nope, we can't tell you.
no, I'm gonna. Hey, Chime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Telepathic link. I'm gonna say, how do you feel about telling him that we think we can prevent the end of the world if we have it?
No.
What if we just tell him we like shiny things?
It's got to be believable.
Ken, how do you know that he's telling the truth?
Do you really think I was using the bathroom back there?
I don't know. I don't know what you do.
Look, I'm capable of locating objects that I'm familiar with about 1,000 feet away. It's here. I know it. I don't recommend saying that to him.
Look, I know y'all have a little conversation without me, and at some point, you can just fill me in, but look, I need information. I need to know why I'm giving you this.
Why does it matter?
There is some information that, if known, will probably kill us. And so we're trying to decide. And again, it's not you. It's not that telling you. It's telling anybody. I think. No, just.
And darlings, what did we just talk about before we got to the down to the nitty gritty.
We are discussing. We're trying to find information that won't kill us to give you, that we think you'll find interesting. The information that will kill us. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna shut up.
No, I think you should keep talking. Look, and I do not want you to take this as a threat, because it is not a threat. I will never betray you. If I did, Dragonbane would know you're here already and would rush on in with guards. Probably just kill you on sight, you know? That ain't happening. You are safe here. I don't know what else I can do to prove that to you. But I get your reluctance to trust me. I'd be reluctant to trust me too.
Can interject. Sorry, Ken interjects. What do you know about Umachaks?
I do not know what that word means. I know nothing. Won't you fill me on?
You have some information, now let's have the jewel.
Well, how about you fill me in on what that is?
It's a bad word. Don't say it.
Especially
Well,
in front of sick people.
Don't say it in front of the. Don't say it in front of the snakes. It's a bad word to them.
I think that's one of the first honest things you've told me all day, isn't it, that idea?
Like, we're
No.
serious. If they hear that, we're dead.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is it?
We don't know. We're looking for it.
And you need this gem to get it?
That's right.
Yes.
And when you find this Umacheks, what are you going to do with it? What's it do?
We don't know what it is. We don't know what it does. We have the vaguest of descriptions.
That's the truth. Feel free to sense it from us.
Oh dear, I don't have to sense it. I trust you.
Most
Didn't we just talk about that?
No, you don't.
What do you
Can
know
we
about
just
the
talk
gods?
about that? No, you don't trust us. If you trusted us, you would just give it to us.
Oh no, honey, trust and giving people things are two different things. You haven't told me a single reason why I should just up and give you one of my most prized possessions.
How
Now,
about a fair trade?
Monsieur Mostep.
yes.
That'd be something you
What do you
would
know
want.
about the gods?
I know Dragonbane is doing his best to take him out. I know Dragonbane is succeeding. I know he's taken the power. I know the influence over this world is waning.
What do you know about where the gods came from?
Only what we're taught as children. That the gods were molded from our very own world. And that some are good, some are bad, and very few of them find a way to make me money.
Okay.
What do you know about the gods' parents? And I'm using that term loosely.
I mean, there's the legends. What is there to know? But it sounds like you know something there, darling. Won't you, what you got for me?
We think that there was a conflict early, probably before life, between the creator and the destroyer. And we think that Dragonbane is trying to bring back the destroyer.
And I want you to pardon my ignorance, of course. What is this destroyer going to destroy?
Everything.
The
Could
world,
you define
the universe.
everything? He kind of
Everything
looks-
that you can conceptualize. Gone.
he takes a second and looks at all four of you and sees the expression on your faces. And he normally kind of has this smug grin on his face that he knows something that no one else knows. And for the first time in your encounters with him, that smug grin goes away, and his beak just kind of opens just the tiniest bit.
I have no idea if Dragonbane thinks he has a way out, if he actually has a way out. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to clean out the other planes of existence so that he can hide out there. I don't even know if the destroyer may take out those other planes. We don't know. We just know it's the end of existence as we know it, and it's nothing like what's going on right now.
Yeah. Well, what we can say though is, if the destroyer makes it out, guarantee you it's going to be bad for your business. I mean, everyone's business, but definitely yours.
Can't be making money if you don't ever, or if you've never existed.
Mostep, I'm begging you. We need this.
By the gods, y'all are serious, aren't you?
Yes.
By the gods, parents, we are serious.
Yeah.
And you say
whatever
there's
he just
one-
said.
And you say there's one more?
Yeah.
We're looking for two.
Yeah.
Do you know who has the other?
That's a bit of a mystery.
We weren't even sure if we were going to find one, let alone two. We had an idea. We know you like to collect things. It's interesting. We took a stab in the dark.
James, roll deception for me.
Why deception?
Because it was not a stab in the dark. You had that.
Oh, no. We took a stab in the dark by coming to Mostep. That's what I was saying. We intentionally sought out Mostep, or wanted to seek out Mostep, because we had previously discussed.
Okay,
we think
I see what you're saying.
Mostep
I see what you're saying.
Would have one.
Okay. Well, if you have information for the second one, my resources are at your disposal. Wait here just a moment, please. He disappears back into his bedroom, or his sitting room. About a minute later, he comes out with just holding this gem in his hands, and just hands it to Chime.
Thank you.
Now, darling, I'm doing my best to show you that I trust you and that you tell me the truth. If you know where this other gem is, I have agents throughout the city. I'll help you find it. But it's going to have to be next session, because we're at time. So we will be back with more KFD&D. September 14th. That's convenient. Wednesday, September 14th, we'll be back with our next episode of KFD&D. And I think a fun fact, we are getting very close to our streamiversary, which is September 21st. So that'd be 2 years of us streaming here on Twitch. And
That's
we'll
a
be
Wednesday,
looking...
because it's an off week between the 14th and the 28th.
That it is.
Yep.
So we'll be looking at something to do there. We'll definitely do something involving our entire community of friends and fellow gamers. So be on the lookout. If you're not a member of our Discord, you could totally join that and get all the information early and often. So yeah, thank you all for hanging out tonight. I hope you had a good time. Love playing D&D with this group because
I
they
thought for
are
sure we were going to get attacked at least twice.
fantastic. No attacking. Everybody's nice.
No.
We're gonna have it at Brandbeard. And Brandbeard is playing Cult of the Lamb tonight. As gonna be our raid. We played that last night. Super fun. Hang out. Make a follower. Join their cult. Contribute to the totem.
Have a bunny for Burger Bun to make.
Oh, hopefully. Hey, Burger Bun has a Burger Bunny now. That's also a bunny.
Yeah.
Very.
And she had a burger earlier.
Look at that. True to name.
What was the burger?
It
That's
was
some synergy
a little
right
messy.
I'm sure we'll have Cult of the Lamb back in rotation if you're kind of lost in terms of joining our cult and stuff. Super fun game, very interactive. Hope you all can make it for that. We'll head over there and we'll see you all. Our next one will be on Tuesday. Maybe Cult of the Lamb. We'll see what Jillian wants to do. She's in charge. Yeah, so we'll head over to Brandbeard. Thank you all. Have a wonderful night.
Good night, everybody.
Till next time.
Bye.
Bye.